Hey guys, what's up? Revocate here, and today I got a new video for you. I haven't done this before, and I wanted this much because it's kind of a one-time video. But I'm going to show you my respawn ghost classes. So this is pretty much for domination and blitz. And then next week I'll show you set to destroy. Basically what sets apart respawn to search and destroy are pretty much these three main ones. They're primarily for domination, and they're really good at domination. So let's get started, and let's get right into it. These three are all the same. As you can see, there's no difference in perks or equipment, just the guns. That's because I just want variation of the weapon. So first of all, we have the Remington R5 for the AR side of things. Red dot, a foregrip, and a blue dot for the actual reticle. And my camo choice for every gun is circuit. Blue dot I find to be more precise than the red dot. That's just me. You could find this thing more precise if you want. But yeah. I have no secondary. My lethal is a frag, and my tactical is a trophy system. I use a frag on these cap classes mainly as three things. A check, okay, so I can check if enemies are coming. The second thing is actually as a weapon. If I will like throw it into a location where I know there's an enemy which could kill me on the B flag, or at least injure him. And then also just a kind of a check and a weapon. So I'll throw it just outside the area of the flag to if there's any like rushes or slayers coming in, that frag will pick them up. And the trophy system, of course, to deflect two of projectiles that the enemies throw, which is really handy. That leads me on to my next two perks. So two of my perks actually no, attack resist, and it could be attack resist or blast shield. And I went attack resist mainly because they have a higher chance of killing me with a stun or concussion than a frag. So, and I came to that conclusion because they could throw a stun and it'll hit me, okay? And then I'm disorientated, I'm blinded, and I've got lots of slowness, and I can't kill as I normally can. So when I have attack resist on, it reduces that. In fact, it's resistance to that. So that helps me a lot, because I then can fight or shoot normally again, and they could throw frags more than a concussion, but they have to have it pretty close to kind of hit with the frag to kill me. So it's one thing they could throw the stun and the frag in both the exact same location, and if the frag didn't kill me, they could do more damage with a concussion because again I'm blinded, I'm disorientated, I can't move. And then with the frag, I'm not a kill, but I'm not blinded or anything, so I can still shoot normally. I'm just weak. So that's how I've come to that. If you didn't understand that, basically, just trust me. Dead silence will be on every single class that you ever see from me, 99% of the time. It's just an essential perk. Focus, reduce flinch when hit. That's a big thing for an AR. Yeah, it pretty much says itself. So when you're aiming down sight, you're gonna be, if you get hit, it's gonna not do as much recoil, so you can keep on target and kill him. Marathon unlimited sprint. This is so I can get to B quickly, but not so much quickly, but efficiently. I can sprint the whole way without stopping, and I picked it over agility, which is just increased movement speed, because overall you're going to get faster, I think, with marathon. I'm not exactly quite sure. It could be agility because that helps with the AR being heavier and slower, than an SMG. So possibly you should have not ping agility instead of a marathon on this AR one. I don't know if you guys want to try that out. I'm gonna try that out now. If you want to try it out, do so. And then ready up, just weapon is ready faster after sprinting. Which is a big part for AR. Pretty much when you're sprinting, it's aiming down, and then with ready up, it's gonna be in the no scope hip fire position quicker. Big thing for AR. And then my specialists, I have two primary ones, so which is ICU and then sleight of hand, and then I don't have a third one because at the moment you can see that I get a bonus at 8 kills. If I put a third one on, like marathon, I'll get that at 11 kills. So pretty, it's going to be rare that you're going to get 11 kill streak. It's quite rare that you're going to get an 8, especially if you're an OBJ. It's nearly impossible. So then for my next ones, I have steady aim, reflex, and blast shield, and then I actually have marathon on too, like that. And then that's the same for all these classes here, except I'm going to keep this with, I'm going to leave that like that for marathon. So yeah, that's pretty much all that. And then for my first sub, I have a vector, muzzle brake, and foregrip, and an MTAR with muzzle brake and foregrip. I went over the muzzle brake than the red dot for the vectors because it deals more damage with the muzzle brake. So for BDOM, flag, capping, I kind of want a bit more damage than the accuracy with it. So that's that. These are just 3 cap ones, pretty simple. The next one's mainly for Blitz, where I have an MTAR silence. This is pretty much just, it's just for Blitz mainly. It's a really silent class, it's a really sneaky class, it's a really powerful class. So I basically have an MTAR with suppressor and foregrip, and then I have what's called the OP perks. So basically ready up, agility, marathon, dead silence, focus, and excuse me, steady aim. Really OP, really fast, really strong, really resistant to hits. Really good class. Now specialist, I have ICU, sleight of hand for my first 2, and then for my bonus at 8 kills, I have quick draw on the go. So on the go, reload by sprinting, quick draw, faster aiming, and then I have blast shield and attack resist. And then those perks are set across these rush AR, rush subs too. So pretty much just kill is what these 4 classes are mainly for. And then I have the rush AR, which is red dot foregrip with a blue reticle, and then I have the vector with a red dot this time because I want a bit more accuracy as a slayer than damage. And then I have a muzzle, and then I have the MTAR with muzzle brake and foregrip. And then I have a sniper, so basically I have a vector with foregrip and muzzle brake. And then I have overkill as one of my perks down here, which gives me the access to primary guns in my secondary. So I have a sniper, USR with armor piercing. Next frequency gun, search and destroy. I'll talk about more over a thermal or variable zoom scope to a armor piercing or a chrome lined. Basically, you're not going to be running a sniper much in respawn, and if it is, you're kind of mainly there to get kills. So, especially on a thing like Octane or Freight, there's a lot of walls and there's a lot of walls and buildings where other people can be in. You want that armor piercing to give that extra bit of damage. Perks are ready up, agility, dead silence, focus, and overkill. Focus, dead silence, you know what they do. Strike package again, ICU, sleight of hand for and then my bonus at 8, I have marathon, steady aim, attack resist, and blast shield. If there's anything that you don't understand, again, just leave it in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Shotgun class, it's Bulldog, a really good shotgun. I have muzzle brake and foregrip, OP. Not so much, you don't see this a lot in respawn. Again, if you see this in It happens a lot in Sovereign S&D, sorry. It's a very good class for a B rush, and you'll see a lot of people using it. Again, the OP perk set, and then again, the matchup for the specialist ICU, sleight of hand. And then my balanced aid is on the go, quick draw, blast shield, and attack resist. And then for my last one, the LMG, it's an LMG. We'll look at that. Thermal grip, okay. Accuracy to laser gun with this, really good, really powerful. Again, you don't see this. You don't see much of this in respawn. Mainly the LMGs for Warhawk, S&D. A bit in Octane. Actually, no, it's probably more popular in Freight actually. Again, not quite the OP. Basically, I have sleight of hand instead of steady aim. Basically, I just swap them around. As you can see, steady aim is in the specialist, where sleight of hand would be just because it's and I have sleight of hand first, just because it's an LMG and I want to reload. It actually has a pretty quick reload time for a LMG though, so. Strike package, pretty much the same. Red on the go, quick draw, attack resistant, blast shield. That's about all. That's all the respawn classes. One thing that I would like is my character, and the why I have female is if you've ever played Ghost before, or even if watched a video of Ghost, you'll hear these call-outs that come from the game sound. Basically, that's a character in the game calling out. So in your field of view on the screen, even if you can't see the player, they'll get called out, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So the reason why it's a female or chick or whatever is because if I call that out, and like they hear a female voice, I know that's me. So I know that in my viewing field of view, whatever, like that enemy is there. And then pretty much the uniform, I don't know where it is. There's a lot of talk about if you had a bigger, if you had like a bigger suit on, the hitboxes are like bigger too, but they're not. But I still run a really small one because if you're looking, if I was shooting at someone and they had a big, heavy, assault, LMG ammunition belt around the neck, you're gonna shoot at them and you're gonna think that they're bigger, so you can hit more, okay? And then that's kinda, it's works and doesn't work. Basically, smaller, they're gonna think less of where to aim, or they're gonna have to think more of to aim. This probably doesn't really make sense. Basically, you can lock. It's also a finding thing too. They're gonna find a smaller character harder than a bigger character, because I think that makes sense. And I just wanted to go through that. So that's about all. Yeah. If one thing that I'd probably point out is that if these are probably the best guns in the game, and you could use, the Remington is by far the best SMG. The Remington is by far the best AR, and then Vector and MTAR fluctuate. I mean, the MTAR was the best, then it had a nerf. The Vector came really good. And then they had that latest kind of patch thing where they now have no headshot multipliers. So it's really different. Some days they're very different guns. So in some days I might be really crappy at the Vector, so that's why I have double ups of them. So I have the double up on the Rush for the MTAR and the Vector, and I have double up on the Cap for the MTAR and Vector. Yeah, but that's about all, guys. Hope you guys enjoy that video. I've got some more Ghost videos planned that's not really gameplay. Primarily for esports. That's because that's just what I play, and I have no idea about any other thing, guys. But as always, my name is Revocate. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating down below. new around here, make sure you subscribe and you'll stay up to date with all new videos that I put out. And my name is Revocate. I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.
What?